Tuesday, September 1st, 2015, 10:36 a.m. here in Buenos Aires. And I'm about to advertisement. I am not paid for this. And they said this is my stuff, and I will fortune for the showing to you how good I am. In a very second of, I will have the stamp element for the making, and I will have the cycle denial and the twisting manipulative. It's an infusion. I prepared myself for getting chunky stuff and showing to you that ain't nothing to fear. Okay, I forgot my spoon. Brownian smooth possibly helps me, but I'm not sure there's going to be the greatest. And I cannot use scissor, which is contaminated. So suddenly I'm going to have a very Brownian in my stomach, yeah. Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, rete fadle sebe hamableti da septica se chamabli da smavimide. Rete hanikidisastimos vomple techa, tesemables vasecha, inskidas ambletmat sishmater and bleridifin. I'm sorry, my canaries. My God, will this stop in time? I think I got to fix that. How's the problem over getting busy? Sorry. Alright, and let's head I'm ending to uploading what your runners and justice bodies wanted I to upload. With a mess, with much offense, I had a very terrible state, terrible moments, terrible situations, not only for the force, but also as my anatomy affected for the stress and for the problems, and much other affected for the Lucretia Borgia of the medication in my address. My mother needs to think I am a sick one, and that's what supposedly will give her peace of mind that she never cared for me. She thought about my supposed disability character, about manipulation of United Evangelics, Hospital Borda, Hospital Piñeiro, Hospital Alvear, Cuerpo Médico Forense, Policía Federal Argentina, and the whole compound that generates of them with the burden of victims. So suddenly in the middle of this all, I will be the poor one that needs medication and saying that she had to for the supposed care and she to supposedly rest. Well, all through this, so suddenly happens it all. And I am just ending to upload which for about the whole weekend and 3 times frustrated and some other because of, oh, we've done the videos, don't you see? He has it all inside his computer, and inside his computer he stole it and forth because of we done, it's for boys. And it's going to be on the face of them, but evangelic says will give them my body and making it work. But the face of the supposed anointed, the talisman of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the talisman of Grand Whore. Says has faith, says moves power, and says are anointed, prophet by name witches, and says it's going to happen and God is going to endorse whatever, because of they will be the operatives. Like any hell demon. It's no far from this, and it's exactly what they are with the pardon of victims. Few. Well, at the clear of this, in Redefort, not let us see, blood is not let her techish fascinin, and let this have a bless a hamatsevot, let us halam, and the Yorona needs I to say something. I were at the start, like I noticed long ago, while that happened, and I were communicated with Yorona while we're research and a situation of a mad person, or about my person, let's say. And that situation were exactly the same every day here around. Extortions, murders, genocide about my person, and I will the liar of Sati Pasnasim, and only Policía Federal Argentina will ever determine and say, to notice to whom and what about the notice society keep they've done first. Well, they are part of this, and they does this all the time. And I will deserve this all that happens to me, and I will be the son of a Blanco, Cristina, condition of hell, sickness of Sodom and Gomorrah. So suddenly, brazen, hypocrite sons of shit. Sorry the word. Forgive me the flowery of the Blechman Sechelgimeses. I'm sorry. There are words, but suddenly I don't need them, but they are finally worse than the word shit. Worse. Alright, and but let's not Blechman Sevat, sorry. In Blechman Blechman, Fechlachiri Sopteres, Motlachiri Antafet, a Blechis Potsama Blanca, Antafes Potlachim. And I were in Parque Centenario, Centenary Park, Buenos Aires, at this afternoon, and I just see it while this extortion and this problem, and all through while I were sitting there and standing up and just stood there for this where to the place that I were directing myself and I didn't come in. So, from Metropolitana, and if that one is stayed, imagine the rest, with a burden of victims still. And suddenly this one, with a very regular aspect of any man, but then, and a regular aspect of anybody you can cross in the street, and I don't say that everybody can be that, right? But the clear fact of this situation suddenly happened the unthinkable on the reality that I just stood there with not forwarding for the reason of that one we're calling, and I said, look at it, Your Honor, and saying, is class of so predictably them? And suddenly I just stood there watching, and this one watches me up and look at, hear me, what I'm telling you, and I'm sorry for the real, because of this, exactly this, what happened. He watched me up. He watched his genitals reach him, and he looked forwarding to the bathroom and laughed, smiled. And I looked at it, and I said, warning, warning. One neuron to me, one neuron to the back, and sodomatrophia. So suddenly, it's exactly every day, right around, with the Department of Finance. Which is exactly what is happening while this gives the services to the world, saying that they are going to train expertises and professionals. They are so supposed brightly, lucidity, catching, and all known, but manipulates like demons and makes abominations and organizes and lives of abomination and makes the way of abominables in business of anything like you understanding all recurrently you criminal and criminal you can see on the world, and you will never imagine which will exist also all those. So suddenly, the giving services to training expertises to the world, the Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Ministerio de Seguridad y de Defensa de la Nación Argentina en UNASUR, is exactly the fruitless reality for humanity, but the real clear of genociding and abominations all over the world, which are doing. And there's still, well, I was saying, do not let them in. And the problem is, who associates for the making what they do? So, Retebech Matlechi Visva, Blechman Sekele Visafrikishka, Tenacheli Visima, Savelosh. Retech Mobler Rebesepi Schwable Techele Visi, Retita Sevati, Arremovidima Vinatek, a Karat Spater Sotlivisa. Chestoshma. Bekuatiki Rebesech, Betuatik Hamablem. Am Ben Rebesech al Chiritoma Fleches Fablevispa. Retech Lachavatsi, Betles Rebesech Ininia, Samatlevesati Bokva, Besfatletsi Nivan. An Retech Lachavet Blessivak, an Retech Algimis Safesmod. Ben Rode et Bledesvo, a Blechmatsech, et Blefes Fatlisim. And Laki Retech Lachavet Sevet, Blechmatsi, and Sport Blefesmatsen. Retech Alcha, Sofespalikham, and Retech Alki, Sofevasmod. Then Retech Likimi, Rebesport, Blefesport, Besmatsen, Chil, Semok. With this, in Gatledi, Ramaplever Befetla, Ramaplevis Patlevis Onrati Shara, Ben Rabi Foa, the Levespatlet, and Radish Kamabe, and Batsuba. Terrati the Spotlevis, Motachli, and Habeplekmat Seveman. Forgive me, please. I'm going to try to make this table, at least for now. All right. Ben Redsvat, let us not like his Satanim. No, it's not a table, nothing. All right, give me a moment. I am getting really nervous. But let's have a blur, reflect it some and blur spot, lemon blank, Sishpa and Babella, Kitsavella, Kiat, Sechal the Small. Then, Reta Hevel Fire and Reta Helves, what the Massiva Mar, Reta Helegis of Levis Motorech Matsilim, better, yeah. Gal redachele chemit lavesvot levesachal chedisat likimitzen, ben redesechal licharitsmot levesvat levesechalishat letim, and redachal chabablefesma, my God. Let's retichem of levesech matsiva, chef lofam. So, gadlet chedichale chabablech moat levespat lechevesech charishta, and kel redachal chedit lechevesochem of levespotam, in redachlech mitzirishom levim, bablechet echinimikare, and this all happened because of Osvaldo Carnival, Omar Cabrera, Juan Crudo, Carlos Anacondia, Guillermo Horacio Plain, conscious and intentional on everything they've done, with them associated background and in front of the brothels that they call churches, were the Clear Hanim and funders for the move of the world called United Evangelics, saying that they had taken the complete of the control of everything for the disasters that were arriving for the reason of my person and Jewish and Israel, that there will be the exploding demons all over and I were producing violence, murders and destructions all over, that I will be the beast. And that they would give the vision of 12s for them making the right job, and the Lord will ever keep them, and the faith ones should ever hear the powers and how what it happens all through. Delusional demons saying that Lord hides them thoughts and them ways all over the world, and them thoughts are the power of magic trouser of Sodom and Gomorrah, of everyone. So this atrophia enferma, considered of being expertises of the spiritual, of the things of God, supposed holies and pastors and authorities and anointed of the Lord are the machinery for whole Sodom and Gomorrah, saying Lord will rather that than innocents and victims, because of they will not regret to the Christ. And Lord will rather that than any victim and innocent, because of they rejected the supposed sons of Lord and also insulted them. So because of that, they will be all dead. The victims and innocents, and I destroyed because of I said what they do, who they are, saying, who accuses the brother? Lord has mercy, love is good. And also with Sodom and Gomorrah and with Lucifer, which they are serving to every day. So suddenly, and manipulating and destroying and robbing me. And but don't you see? What is he doing? If he wants something to go to work, Lord works and we all work. So he had to work if he is of God. So if anything he wants, to go to work. Give the money, give the house, give the job, give the reimbursement for justice to anyone that needs it most. And making the work and ripping out and robbing and pretending to take the reimbursement money for less humanity about my person in Israel away from me. With forgeries and saying International Criminal Court, International Court of Justice, United Nations will be the determinated, but then saying they will be the authorities and judges of God, supposedly having the spirit of Eliyah and Eliyatzi Masichat Chai, saying that they will be the judges conceived by the Christ. Well, ain't no Christ, but Mashiach. And Israel is not a cradle of demons, never were and won't be. And Israel is not the guilty, and Israel is not the enemy. Jewish neither. And if criminals we have, we seek justice, and Adonai makes justice, and we help as victims for this God, which so millions and so thousands of years came on doing this since Sodom and Gomorrah. with Abraham. And the real history is this. This class, United Evangelics, all over the world, we are the authority, we are going to say who is God, and what is about God? Not you, Abraham. Sodom and Gomorrah. So suddenly, pretending to take in places that are not Canaan, that Lord never came and want. Pretending to do things that Adonai never said to be, and pretending to putting orders that Adonai doesn't endorse it, and pretending to destroy and suppress and ruining, and healing and putting light, sparking, hell-sick dogs, which are holy, real nation of Eladon, for they to be the superheroes, saying they will determine it by faith, and God will answer that. The vision of 12 is a profanation of the 12 stones of Judah tribes and Israel tribes. The reason why Yeshua Hazaret, Hanima Sechalim, Yeshua Hazaret, Yeshua Elah Chai, Yeratimat Hazaret, called Jesus of Nazareth. Wrongly, is Yeshua Hanazaret. Picked 12 for the reason of this. Each regency by him for the reality of spread the real and save for the whole of the currency which Messianic church were genocided permanently since then. And these are the Ka, Tiba, and the hell, het, for the making exactly what they are doing to the Kephas church. Messianic. The real believers, the real ones of El Chai, which are persecuted all over and delivered to rape and murder every time it has opportunity on. They are the criminals to help stab to me. So, Sodom and Gomorrah are exactly the abomination from David by them, saying that they had defeating me, saying that I will be the beast. And to all of the followers that we will do disasters upon the world. And at last I will reveal myself and destroying everybody because of I will be the liar and the cheater. In sweating the ears and seducting, and making the blood masefidi softly, and I will be now lying and manipulating on the denial capacity for the supposed twisting, while I were 15 years under those perras, United Evangelics, destruction for us be echo ma'entua linkatush matzim, which at Torah, like Anrabasmi, Bapelespo, Atzinim, Balam, Ben Rom, Animatsu, Shkabatzi, were doing with Reges, with the anointed. And, oh, but Adonai, don't you see that Lechmas Senchalim told you not, and that Lechmi Basbatzi. Oh, but then not. I will kill you, and you can take position, and I'm going to make you king, and Kabla Senchalim. No! A blessing, cross by and I put you dead, and it's what is going to happen to them in hell. And we are not going to be demons, and they are permanently playing to the powers and playing authorities that they are not, destroying our lives and pretending to be what Adonai never said they do and want. 15 years being profaned and destroyed and studied by intelligence of Argentina forces and army and state with Kirchner and this Tarras for they to do the destructions they caused in my life. And every time somebody wants to reach me out and manipulating to robbing, staging, and destroying, saying I would be part of it because if I am not living. And every time I try to proceed into reaching out myself or get out, makes destructions all over and starts to trading, to murder, destroying, genociding, making any class of other generation. And this will be, oh, but it's us! It's happening to us! Then breathe, Sodom and Gomorrah. Supposed mercy of Lord. Supposedly fighting against the enemy of the Lord. For the making this to me. And murdering people and trading if I will ever dare to go into the embassy of US, embassy of Israel, Buenos Aires, Swiss, Spain, and others. And this is not a lie. And neither cheating, and neither manipulating. And with the powers, if you are of God, the Holy Eliyah, yes, I am putting you and reducing you like excrement forever. and I'm going to make the justice of El Chai my owner, the real God, almighty, glorious God, and holy. Rema pleve chal chilit, ma pleve chal chalakam, in reba pleve masech al givet samtia, serves to the condition of destruction, saying that they are going to be useful to the making the words to my person that I will be delivering. Paranoid, degenerate criminal, declared by the Cuerpo Médico Forense and President of Argentina because of Lord will punish me, because of what I didn't hang down, for the reason of the Lord had stood. Bethlehem ablet v'sech l'achiris somablet, in rebech al-chiris popletin, in rebech mablevech moam maser. Sherrabitia kal rebete botiba tishkaptuvu kapek hoachamam. Ametsem ablech mesevach yishop ledesmatzinam. Ben redach legi besoplevech machal kimasi, I will be hallucinating now, and I will be lighting at siman kelvot tamatiri meshicha betoptu. Delivering and imagining this will ever happen on the spell of prostitutas, prophetic regash for the making trade upon me and upon us, and saying that they are the authorities of law, sending to rape and murder our people and taking 50s of the whole as they possess us, saying, Lord, there's going to be mercy of Sodom and Gomorrah and Kirchner's and Nasur. And some other with a pardon of victims and other made to rescue them, telling, Dios es argentino, in the trims of the throats of Sodom and Gomorrah and evangelics, rectums and vaginas, with a pardon of victims. So in the middle of the sickness, the reality is, Repa pechal kimi repa halim, and repa halek habeflesach halkab. And they take this serious, saying that they own and they can take. Because of I have been birthed in Argentina. And I am Eliyah. And everything I exist is El Chai. But I am Eliyah, and El Chai is El Chai. And I belong to him. Repapach matzech alibisar, retachamablech elisople despatlechim, and reti despatlechal chelikisam despatlenim, and brujas reventadas doesn't stop until they die, thinking that they are doing the right. And keeps on promoting works. And Sodom and Gomorrah doesn't stop until day to day because of their conscience in all they do. And this circus of whores called the United Evangelics and Kirchners and Unasur is exactly what they serve to. And say, we don't do it here. We already done. We already made them. We capture it all, are all under F word, rape, which is the reverend around. Rape, makeshift rape, and murder, and we already talked to it. He's still there inside. They come to run to the streets. Then they come around and just escaping and letting everything that we got to take. You didn't move from my house. Praising their neighbors and saying that everything I got belongs to them, and my computer and backup. Because if he started to ask the poetry that videos to composing that, don't you see, doesn't move the mouth. And Redemi with Policía Federal Argentina and manipulating people, abducting, suppressing, destroying, ruining people, and making the plenary despoplacira hasta fu. Oh, don't you come to me with that. You think, I am feeling and I am having the right way to flex that it's delusional. Evangelistas son todos diablos excepto víctimas, y diablos van a morir. Lucifer son ustedes, y es el carácter de ustedes, y las víctimas te arranqué. Y vas a morir como Lucifer sos evangelista. Por los siglos, Salah. Remo plebe fech la Halikam, Gemo pleb Zahim. Siempre identificaste a Adonai como el enemigo, porque sos el enemigo de Dios. Evangélico. Y así morís. Repech motlev espech lachal chavak, reta hamablev espech lachili samav, reta hamablev echal chilisoplev esmat lachimidan, retech likav espotlia, blef echal chilisam, reta chal hamablev echal chilisam. Sí, seguía adivinando Sodoma y Gomorra, seguía adivinando voces y primero. Porque el Adón dijo, no vendréis a mí, mas lo que en la voluntad de mi Padre que me mandó a vosotros, eso os daré. Y tendréis a la realidad de Abí, mi Padre, que me mandó a la condición de su voluntad, porque no hay división entre nosotros, porque uno somos, Hijo, Padre y Espíritu. Y a la verdad de todo esto, todo lo que sale de su voluntad, no tendréis en mí, la respuesta no viene de mí, sino pedid al Padre que está en los cielos. Y Él concederá la realidad de tu petición a la condición de su voluntad, no a tu delirio. Refach matle besech machaliva, repeja libisop lebespot lechadika, anrecha lachama lebespot leseshal, rite geneva masemar. En retach lecha besechimi, in shevomar. Then all has happened and came to be is because of this. And all as have been done is because of Lord has mercy and they're righteous to killing and kills and violence, and there is nothing of the fruit of the Spirit. I am Ali Yeshua, and I came forth making the word to the hell, like them. And the reality of this delivers him to the hell doesn't get no eyes, and there's no truths about no one like this. They tells you, oh, it's okay, don't you worry, and gives some manipulating, controlling, and studying, captures underground, background, about the whole of the Blech Mahalkimin, and oh, it's for me all the time. What happens to this? Oh, the liars, we were containing it all. And we have a menace all over the world because of these perras evangelistas. And I'm nothing of God, and I am not the enemy. Produces abduction, destruction. Induction produces alienation, imagination. Produces gimoplerama, plefechalima, plefechovat, inrevesim. Produces a plefvesivisho, plefhama, plefhamativa, plefespotar. Produces a revitama, plefhama, pleniviso, plefechamba, plehimar. And there is not a witch tale. They are working like Armatsuma Be'anatim, our armies of Abesov, Lahenia Fasel, and our armies of Abetum, Bachalikanim Matevot, Kasimolak. Everyone, except victims. Repech moteves paplechvasi and blechvasi chamatsemavan. They are not allowed, and Ragesh is not Kaden. The one that produces and touches and prevents dies. The one that he remissively dies, and they are irremissibly dead ever after. For what they've done to my nation, that I belong with, and what they've done to me, and primarily to Eladon. And it's not going to be different. And ever after, and there's not going to be mercy, and Adonai makes justice, and the justice of God on condemnating this class of Alakra is not being bad. Never happened. And the class of Asher, Sodoma and Gomorrah, and Kirchner, and Unasur, and complete nations like this is not a lie, and it's not mistake, and it's nothing like that. It's justice, because of Adonai is fair and is good. So being fair and good makes justice, and whoever is victim and innocent, Adonai takes. No matter if it's accepted or recognized, Yeshua, responsible for his creation and for his name, he is fair. You didn't know me. You are innocent. I take you out anyway. And that is the way. Retachal blesima blevefech lachil tospati, retachmat lechil samivam blevesmotach al kivi. Repecha levesep levesmot levespar, chatechel kishav sobak, repecham lechmat levesatecha, insachemalam. What is given from my person and my being to Sodom and Gomorrah, to rapists in the generation, what is the punish? If Adonai have to punish me, destroys me, and just me, but who is going to be me in doing what I do? And what is the virtue for they to rape and murder and saying that they are going to be in heaven, being my person, and yada yada? Because of his what purposes and evangelics with them. They suppose he's a schizophrenic. Always when we've been shown to you, we have special interests inside our church, and we know that so, and always for the library, and with the problem that we were calling for you, and nothing manifests except the truth. And I was telling people that needed help, and to the supposed foundation of this mercaders of Sodoma, pretended of Lord, and infamated, diffamated, and damaged by my person and my nouns. At the reality that they be assisted with them professionals, and don't you turn to publish and announce because of, we don't have time for that, to go to the church and be with the Lord and have faith. And it's exactly what they do. Market, commerce of lives, and of the name of Lord, and making sales teams, and to whom strip and having benefit about robbing, and to whom deliver to rape and murder to maricas, the sodomite perra de Gomorra, sobre the word. Is exactly Osvaldo Carnival, Omar Cabrera, and themselves 12 vision. Commerce, brothels, is what they do, and the rest are with them. And with the third uplift massive, but who is the accuser of the brothers? And who is going to accuse us? The Lord justified. El delirio de Sodoma y Gomorra te atacó y estás intoxicado, evangelista, y no tenés salvación, estás en infierno por la eternidad. Nada de lo que haces y decís es del reino de los cielos, ni lo puede ser, y solamente víctimas entrarán. Y nada más. Y los que fueron rescatados buscás matar, y los que se apartaron de vos buscás destruir, diciendo que sirvan a la bestia. Ciertamente muerte te vino, evangelista anatémico, degenerado de Sodoma y Gomorra, y ninguna otra cosa tenés. Osvaldo Carnival, Omar Cabrera, Carlos Anacondia, Juan Crudo, Marioneta Brain, y prostíbulos, y todo el que les asocia. Shalom, está hecho. Remo plebe sechalchad and plebe sechalikimasin, then. Sodoma y Gomorra, plebe matige sechalechreso, plebe smatlechine sakile. Retachad lesibo plebe chamatsen chalimesenavan. In botle semachalam. And this will be being a son of a big word, terrorist, and nothing of God, because of God will be good. And the reason of them to keep on persisting on this is because of they know they are in hell, and they have what I say. So who is the manipulative? I wonder. I got kind of a cold, reason why my back flu. Right, in Bethlehem of Lerva, Bethlehem Hevisatimas, Sodom and Gomorrah, Bethlehem is such a short Lidis Matinim. And Refechlidis Poplethechli Gishvata, Rada, Terraspecifica, and Resmotzida Shmovama, Sidat Levitica, the spot to Va. And Retechem of Lehavesich Smat, Bethesha. Reticham of Leheser, Retsavish Popletham of Lechmisamefon, at Mesakar. Chal Chidinam at Betsomana. And revenge, it doesn't exist. If I move the world, and the world gets awake, and the world knows, and our Aslemasim recognizes the truth, while Adonai to be present, who is the not of God, because of the Lord, and I'm going to be revenging the name of my people, the name of the High Friendly and mine. As the reason of who I am and I came for. And there's going to be rotten meat in hell of Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's not going to be different than this. Shalom. So, an invention that I never been, and I was aware already for the reason of I put it in the whole of the world, but tell her, alright, we're going to give life lessons to it because of his making crime against the government.
But he will not tithe, otherwise will not say, because of this is the manipulative denial, psychomaxata, forensic, and also more than your creator, and the rest of expertises, fuerzas armadas and evangelists themselves.
But I am a teller. But you cannot take the powers of God from me, so what is the terror? That I were not tithed about comparison at the supposed benches, brothels of Argentina, America versus the generates of Sodoma y Gomorra, llamados tribunales Argentina, at the reality of Ben Rabab Plechmia Sim with a pardon of so few, and Reba Plechma Sekevishada Plevestati Rebesavachmon, and Lesichama Plevesfatsinim. And I'm sorry, the few of forensic court. Few. On the Klechma Plechachana.
We don't sweat. We already don't sweat. We can't come to the house. I'm going to take it all, and I'm going to take everything because of you were not able to incorporate, and he were in the Sagato. Sarretoba.
Bethlehem of Lerevefechal. I never received no order, and I never signed nothing in his whole forge. But the expertises, Sodoma y Gomorra, criminales psicópatas degenerados, and Remov Lerevefechli Kirisafat, and Retach Mahalhenim, murdering people all around. And the staging on, oh, don't you tell because of, and the problem is the ones that are cheated by this staging. All I can please is that I'm going to show. So, oh, because of I have these accounts and the poetry, I know that I'm going to be him. Sodoma, le robó a las chicas de la federal. Es un totalmente peligroso, loco, peligrosa. Borda Alvear Pineiro, forenses, tribunales, presidencia.
Es un loco peligroso, le roba a las chicas y a los chicos de la policía.
Lo que yo hago. Remov Levefech Lachimi Blavespotlevat, and Rede Halgimiap Levespotlevesehisha, and Rede Hamablevesehisvatam Plesinim, evangelic.
Oh, we knew it all along, and we were watching it, and we know that he was doing that all the time.
Mentirosos, prostitutos, degenerados, criminales, psicópatas, ladroncitos.
Dale a alguien que lo necesite más. Si quiere trabajo, que lo vas a buscar.
Mercedes-Benz me citó 8 veces y las 8 veces amenazaste en el medio diciendo que no se atrevieran con tus Kirchner y con tu Sodoma Federal, evangelista degenerado y otros.
Los engaña, no es él.
Ellos lo pueden corroborar si soy un engaño y no soy yo. Lo que vos decís que yo hago, vos lo haces y para eso estás. Evangelista hijo de perra, vos y tu Sodoma y Gomorra expertos. Policía Federal, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército Argentino, Kirchner y tribunales. Y vas a morir, hijo de perra. And needs to destroy me and destroying us for them to disfigurating the truth. And nobody will recognize it. Reason why I am not living yet. Moving, I murdered them. And I killed them all. I destroyed them all if you move. They gotta win and they gotta show that they never were wrong. And we're them and not I. With evangelics, prostitutas reventadas. And they are all conscience and all part of it. Everyone but victims. Reba Fed Matzeh Halikim making the sin to